hear something crashing through the woods. Hey everybody. We are currently working on my goal of solo camping. So I walked this far in and I'm out of breath. And I thought this might be a good idea to stop and let you know what was going on. I pretty much have the same gear that I had whenever we went backpacking, but I brought a couple of extra items because I know I'm not going to be hiking for days. I brought an extra gallon of water with me to carry. I know the area. I feel pretty comfortable. And I'm not like in any kind of rush. I don't have a deadline. So when I get tired or whatever, I can stop and rest anytime that I want to. I am using my little action camera there for the first time ever. I don't know if any of the footage will actually get into the video because I've never used it before and I don't know how good it is. So this is going to be a test run from it. Break from setting up camp-ish, and we're gonna go and see if we can't find some large rocks so that we can make a fire ring. And I still have that terrible sleeping pad. I'm sure this works great for a lot of people, but it truly does not like me at all. Oh, looky here. Look at that little guy. Hi there, little buddy. Going around and breaking down all the debris so we can have plenty of dirt. Anyways. Whew. Just noticed that there's a doll tied to a tree. Oh my gosh, you guys have got to see this. Right where I decided to set up my tent. Oh God, that's great. As it turns out, I don't know if the footage will be used or not because I was trying to use my action cam for the first time, so I don't know what it's going to sound like. But the owners of the property were so frustrated because every time they would do something to the property, the hunters who had been coming up here treated them like they were like devil worshippers and all kinds of crazy stuff. So the owners decided they were going to start putting all kinds of crazy things up all over the place, since it seemed to drive these hunters who were just like refusing to leave their property crazy. That's kind of hilarious, and I can't believe I've been here for about an hour and just now noticed this. Oh God, that's great. That's great. Well, now it's time for me to get off and hunt for some rocks and then figure out how I'm going to build a fire. So I don't, if you're not familiar with Georgia, we have bobcats and sorry, I hear animals making noise. I think it's a dog barking in the distance. But we have bobcats, we have coyotes, we have bear, all sorts of things. So I want to get a good fire going, and I mean we live in the country as it is. But you know, these things kind of they wander into the city sometimes too, but for the most part we're used to them. We give them their space, you respect them. If they're not starving, they'll respect you. If they're starving, then you might be in some trouble. Okay. Whew. I have a bunch of big rocks gathered up that I'm going to make a fire ring with. I may end up getting some more, but one of the things that I have noticed, there is quite a lot of little gravel on the forest floor here. So what I'm going to do is gather up, I'm going to get my shovel and scoop up as much of this as I can in order to make kind of a fire bed, because the gravel, once they warm up, they'll stay warm and won't become a heat sink. And theoretically, because I really don't know what I'm doing, I'm just guessing here, it'll help me have a good, warm, sustainable fire. We'll see. Fingers crossed. If it doesn't work, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of you that can tell me in the comments, because for some reason I have more than 8 views on these channels, or this channel, these videos, and I'm really not understanding it, because I should actually only have like only 2 of my kids know I'm doing this, my husband and my 2 friends. That's 5 people. There really should only be 5 views. So I don't know who you guys are, but introduce yourselves down in the comments below. Tell me why you're here, and a little bit about yourself. I'd like to get to know you better. It's pretty cool. Yeah, anyway, still not good at this. I'll have to get stuff to build a fire. Alright, that's the ring. It's not very big. Kind of looks bigger on the camera than in person. Of course, my hand looks humongous trying to do it that way. But anyway, now we're going to go and scoop up some of these gravel and throw in there and maybe get a fire going. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea how to make this stuff entertaining for you guys. I just know that this helps me accomplish my goals. Hopefully, by watching me complete my goals, it will help someone else get motivated to complete their goals, no matter how big or small they are. Because most of us could have gone out at any point in time in their life and went camping by themselves. And I didn't do that. I am 47 years old and have not done that. Been camping plenty, never alone. And one of the things that I try my very best to tell my kids is to always make sure that they can do things whether there's someone else around to help them or not. Because you never know when you're going to have to. Male, female, no matter what, you know. Kind of some of my rules: learn how to drive a stick, because you never know when you're going to be in an emergency situation and you are the only driver and it might save somebody's life and all you have is a stick. I don't care, you know, if you think our technology is never going to be there. Learn to drive a stick. I'm telling you. You learn to change a tire, learn to check your oil and change your oil. The simple things that we don't need to pay people to do, we can do it ourselves, and we don't. It's nice to be able to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I go in for an oil change, but if I have to, I can change my own oil, and that's kind of what I want my kids to know how to do too. All of them, across the board, sons, daughters, be able to change your own oil, change your own tire. Just because you can pay for something doesn't necessarily mean that you have to pay for it. Wisdom from a woman who is still in progress. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. Throw it over your shoulder. Wish for the best. Now I'm going to go find some gravel to throw in my fire pit. That really got off tangent. Just leave it to me. I mean, I'm just supposed to be camping, y'all. Okay, in case you haven't noticed from the couple of videos I have done outside, I am like a mushroom nut. So while I was here gathering up some rock, I come across this violet coral. It is absolutely beautiful. I have to tell you though, It's a much darker purple than what it's showing up on the camera. But yeah, it's gorgeous, and you like very rarely see it, or I very rarely see it. Hopefully, if you know anything at all about mushrooms, they can like just pop up and then be gone. Sometimes they stick around. Sometimes they're very quick to change and not to be there anymore. But in any case, Asa, who this property belongs to her, she's supposed to come hike up here tomorrow and have coffee with me in the morning. And if I can remember, I will bring her over here and show this to her, because she will love it as much as I do. And if you guys haven't checked out her channel is Ramble On. I'll put a link in the description box. So yeah, go give her a watch, because she's awesome. If it wasn't for her, there's a lot of things I wouldn't be doing, let's be honest. I definitely wouldn't have tried to hike the AT, and because of her, I know that I'm safe on this property here, because this is private property. It butts up against some government property, but that's okay. I'm on the private part. It's property that I know, so I'm comfortable here, and she's letting me come do it for free, so that's pretty awesome. You know, I'm lucky. Alright, I think we might have enough rock in there to make a nice bed, so probably time to start gathering wood and getting a little bit of a fire going. I don't actually need the fire at this moment, but when I do need it, I want it to already be going. It's kind of warm here. It's in the 60s. It's supposed to get down to the 40s tonight. And if you are from up north, that's probably pretty warm. But if you are from the south, that is cold. So yeah, I want to go ahead, get my fire started. That way I don't have to worry about fighting with it. It's not supposed to rain. But on the off chance that it does, I don't want to be fighting with wet wood again. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and, how many more times do I need to say this? Get the fire started. Fire has been achieved. Now to contemplate what I'm going to have for dinner. It's a good thing I'm not a hobbit, because I have missed second breakfasts, 11sies, first dinner, all of that stuff. Pretty sure I left out a whole bunch of those, but that's okay. We shall survive. Talking to myself is kind of getting weird. I could get used to this view. It is quite beautiful. Another issue I'm kind of worried about is the fact that it's not too long before I have to take my seizure medication, and that kind of thunks me out. So I'll have to make sure that the fire is out before I go to sleep, because I don't want to risk passing out and setting the forest on fire. That would be a bad thing. But until then, we're going to go gather some more wood. And I think that's about it. And I'll be honest, I just don't even know what all I should be saying or doing in this video. So I was just going back over the footage that I tried to get on my action camera and all the talking that I did, that you will be lucky to not have to hear, because apparently every time I hit record, it would record like a second and then stop. So I'm not real sure what I did wrong there. There's only like 1 or 2 instances where it recorded for more than just like a second at a time. So that was how I recorded the entire hike up to the camping area. I mean, I guess I don't guess anybody actually needed to see it, but that was still something I would have liked to have had to look at later on. Oh well. Mind blown. I don't even know why I decided to check it. Well, it's getting pretty dark, and not a whole lot else to do because I'm about to take my medication. I've let my fire go out and all of that, so it's kind of chilly. I'm bundled up in a jacket. I'm about to put on a beanie probably because it's pretty cold. It's cold. I'm really brr right now. Maybe I'll edit all this out. Maybe I just want to. I don't know. I don't know right now. I hear something crashing through the woods. I can't see. But it is very loud. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera or not. That is a lot of thumping out there. And I don't know if that is like deer or what. Nobody's ever up here in these woods at night, so the animals are used to having it to themselves. Oh, it sounds almost like it's up in the trees. Oh, that's a noise. Hey! Hey! Get! Go on! I don't know what the fuck that noise is. Hoping to startle whatever animal it was off, but I may be in the wrong place. Alrighty then. I know we have a lot of deer around here. Whatever it was like really crashing through the woods. Oh, you can't see me. Let's do the scary. Woo! Okay, so whatever it was, I think it was probably some deer. I'm not really 1,000% sure. But whatever it was seems to have calmed down now. So, and I can see my breath. It's cold, people. It's cold. Fingers crossed. I will see you when it gets daylight. Hopefully, no more excitement for the night, because I'm kind of done with the excitement. I should be asleep by now. Yeah, I discovered I can turn the light on. It's 5:30. Oh my god, that's bright. In the morning. I made it through the night. But this is the loudest damn woods I have ever been in my life. All night long. All kinds of noises. You can hear people yelling from like 2 miles over. It's insane. And it's freaking cold as crap. Who thought this was a good idea? Oh, Jesus. It's not a good idea. It's just not. I don't know who thought it was, but they were wrong. Now I gotta crawl out and find some warm stuff and start a fire and get coffee in me. And I killed my battery charger, so I don't even know what y'all are looking at right now. I apologize. It's cold, y'all. It's very cold. Oh, oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how glad I am to have a fire going again. I am freezing. Again, I ask, who thought this was a good idea? Jeepers. Oh, Asa, I don't expect her to be up here for another 2 or 3 hours, and she's supposed to hike up here so we can have coffee together, but I don't know that I can wait that long to have coffee. Although it'd be kind of rude of me not to, so. I find something to munch on so that I can take my medication. Otherwise I'll get very, very sick. And you only get a view of the fire because you can't see me. It's still too dark. Oh, that's with the flash on. That's with the flash off. This little buddy right here was the only light I had all night long. And I'm gonna tell you what, after all the funky, scary noises last night, I needed a night light. I ain't even kidding. I'm not gonna pretend otherwise. Ooh. I'm trying to use the action cam again. To be honest, wish I'd built that fire a little bit closer to the tent. Or move the tent closer to the fire. I was thinking that we usually sit on the log when we hike up here, and when Asa would come for breakfast, or not breakfast, but coffee this morning, that we'd be able to sit on the log around the fire, but I didn't realize how cold I was going to be in the tent, so I would have at the very least moved the tent closer to the fire, or I don't know, but it's not getting the heat to me like I would like for it to. Oop. That is nice and steamy. Yep. Oatmeal. The breakfast of champions. That fire is going good now. Still wish that heat would reach over here though. Well, guess try to remember this for next time. I would really like to be able to see the sunrise, but I'm fairly certain it rises in such a way that I'm not going to get to see it come up from where I'm located. I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time. But I gotta say, I will be glad when it gets daylight. But I love the sound when the moisture is escaping from the wood. A lot of times it sounds like a river, and sometimes it just sounds like, I don't know what you call it. It's just almost like an explosion, but not quite. Oh, that's fire. Oh, shit, Sherlock. Damn. Oh, Ace is here. Oh my goodness. Where are you at? I see you. It is cold. I got up at before 5:30 this morning and started making a fire because it was freezing. It's warmer now. I don't know if I can wait till 8 for coffee. But I did. I waited. I was a good girl. Okay, I knew it was going to get down in the 40s. But I did not know when I got up here that I was going to freeze my ass off because it did not feel like 40s.
I know.
I was seeing my breath by 7, and it's like, that's really cold.
Oh, there's the sun, finally! Finally! Earlier I saw it I was like, oh, there's the sun. Well, there's the sun's rays. I finally see it. You know, it's been daylight for a long time.
Yes.
But there it finally is, peeking across the top at me. Oh my gosh, I have been waiting on that for hours. Literal 3 hours. 3 hours I have been sitting there waiting on that. Oh, there's.
Okay, camp is now broke down, and I am ready to head home. I managed to make it through the night, and I didn't get trampled. Talk to you on the next one. Someone was very upset that I was gone all night. She was determined that I can't leave the camp. She does this every time I take an overnight trip. She does not like it.